Hi Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your September 2022 Equinox reading for you. Now, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, this is the Fall Equinox. If you're in the Southern Hemisphere, this is the Spring Equinox. Now, if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see what energy we have to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. We have the Eight of Cups. So it's very interesting about the fall equinox, if we're in the Northern Hemisphere, is that it's a time of acknowledging growth and expansion. And if we're in the spring equinox, this is a time and realization of this is a time of realization and renewal. So what we have here is an ending. What we have here is we're walking away from something. So there's something that we don't want to grow. There's something that we don't want to renew. There's something that we are going to be looking at. And we have to be very mindful of this because there's a part of us that doesn't want it. And yet this time is going to be calling us to look at things more deeply, more openly, more honestly for us and say, is this what you want to be doing? Like, is this the way that you need to be moving forward? So don't be so quick to walk away from something. And also look at it a second time during this equinox, during this time where the day and the night are of equal length. Look at it and see what it says to you. See why you're leaving it, or see why it doesn't fit anymore, or see if it actually does. Don't make any hasty decisions. Let's look at what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. So I love that we're crowned with the High Priestess. We then also have the Devil energy coming forward, which can also be Capricorn energy. Okay, so if you're born on the cusp with Capricorn, that can be coming through very powerfully, or if you have Capricorn within your chart. But there's a real sense of you're seeing the corruption of things. You're seeing where things have been manipulated, where things have been, misled, and you're looking towards a new future. You're looking towards the way that you want to move forward and the way that you need to move forward for you. Yet there's going to be this warning here of not feeling like you are enough, like you are worthy of having these gifts come forward, of unlocking the door, of going into a place of prosperity. And the reason why is we can feel controlled by our past. We can be controlled by circumstances completely out of our control. And we can always feel that we're always just going to be looking. We're just always going to be dreaming. And those dreams are never going to become a reality. This is going to be a time where the number 2, it's repeating itself. And it's really telling us this is a time where we need to take hold. Where we need to take hold, we need to embrace the balance of this equinox and see ourselves moving forward. So that's going to be something that's beautiful for us, but that's also going to be something that's very hard to do. With the 5 of Pentacles, we just feel like I'm not allowed to be. I'm not allowed to be successful. I'm not allowed to be prosperous. I'm not allowed to have wealth and abundance in my life. Or heartbreak always follows me. Something that keeps us from wealth, or what we value as much as money. that comes forward. And it's like, okay, can I do this? And makes us feel like we just can't move forward. And again, it doesn't have to be money. It could be what we value as much as money. And Spirit is saying here, we have to stop looking at it as if we've been defeated or as if we'll never have what we want. It might not be in the way that we have imagined, but divinity is guiding us towards a greater goal, towards a greater power, towards more than we have imagined. And that beauty and that love is going to come forward. We need to unlock the door. We also need to know that we're worthy of it. Now, it can be, we need to be mindful of walking away from something that, we just don't feel like we're worthy of. We just don't feel like we get to be successful. And Spirit is saying here, be very mindful, because this can even be generational. We could have inherited it from our parents where, you don't act to, like, don't be, what is it? What is this? What is the saying? Like, self-praise stinks, that sort of thing. I love me. Who do you love? Now is the time to really sit there and say, I don't have to be braggadocious. I don't have to be, in your face, but I do get to be confident. I do get to stand with my head held high. I do get to be proud of me. And that is what I'm doing. And I am worthy of wealth. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of what I want from my life. I am worthy to have my life be something beautiful and not a heartbreak. And it moves us to doors opening, because as we realize this, we're going to start to see those doors opening for us. We're going to start to see ourselves moving forward. We're going to start to see ourselves again, walking in a new direction, embracing, new ideas. And this is very important because it's almost like we haven't seen ourselves for a while. It's like we've been invisible, Aquarius. We've been doing for everybody else, or we've been doing everything that we're supposed to do. And the one person who gets to be forgotten is us. And it doesn't matter how, beautifully we're dressed up or how other people perceive us. If we don't see us, then their perceptions just simply don't matter. So with the Two of Wands coming forward, it's like, walk through that door. Look at the dreams that you have. Start to make them into realities, because they're linked very much to this perception, this sense that crowns everything of, this is what I want from life. This is who I am. We're having that cocoon peeled away, right? And that cocoon is, we're wrapped in it. And each time the High Priestess comes up, a layer falls away, or a little bit falls away. So we can see a little bit more clearly, a little bit more clearly. This is a time for us where we're starting to see the way that we can move forward a little bit more clearly. We're starting to see what we desire. We're starting to see what we want. We're also starting to see the lies by other people, or the way that they, word things or present things in such a way, edit things in such a way to make us think that they're better than they are. If they can do it, well, why can't we? If they can, put on airs and be all pomp and braggadocious, can't we be proud of ourselves? I'm not saying being arrogant, but be proud of you. The High Priestess sees what others don't. And that can be a hard thing to come to terms with, Aquarius. You see what others don't. So you can think it's all just make-believe. It's all just nonsense. I'm just being too much of a dreamer, too much of a fantasist. You're not. You're seeing who you are. You're seeing your world with openness and honesty. Embrace it. Look at it. Embrace you. Because the ties are being cut from being the puppet. You're starting to see what's gilded and what's gold. What is covered with gold paint and doesn't have any value. And what is beautifully valuable. The devil, well, it tries to corrupt us. It tries to break our hearts. It tries to take our faith. It tries to take our belief in us. Don't let it. This is a time where we're looking at things and we're saying, okay, this is what I want and this is what I don't want. These are my doubts and my fears. And yeah, they have validity to them, because doubts and fears usually do. But they're not going to be what tortures me anymore. They're not going to be what pulls the strings. I'm trusting my inner guides. I'm trusting my wisdom, and I'm opening up the doors. It moves us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of. And that's the Five of Pentacles, again, coming through. Again, the Five of Pentacles. A tragedy, the hound hunting the rabbit. Something we don't want to see. Hurts and pains in life that we didn't want to go through, but we go through. because it's a part of living, because it's a part of our story. But we cannot keep them in our minds, playing them over and over again, letting them be the only truth we see, the only thing we see. It's not healthy for us. It takes away the joy. It takes away us. Our subconscious tarot message is the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is, the world has tried to break you. It tries to break every single one of us. 10 swords. In the Rider-Waite Smith deck, this is 10 swords in the back. A person laid prone on the ground. Overkill. It can be that we have to just be aware that subconsciously we can be overthinking things, like running them through our heads again and again and again. It's overkill. But we also have to understand that as we're moving forward, as we're, embracing what we want and what we're looking for, every hurt, every pain, every disappointment, it has pushed us. It has gotten us to a place where now we know better. Now we know more. Now we're armed. Now we're fierce. And that is extraordinary. All right, Aquarius. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy, as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Aquarius, and may you have a blessed equinox.